welcome back to the channel. I am, of course, Tyler Mummers Woodward, and if you probably don't know, I hate Jinder Mahal. Everyone's talked about it a few times. I've been arguing with various people on Twitter at the minute because they think, oh, Jinder Mahal's a great champion, Jinder Mahal was this. He's not. He's terrible. He can't even do his finisher right? He cannot wrestle. He surrounds himself with the Singh brothers, who were unfortunately released, but they were arguably so much better than Jinder Mahal. And back in 2017, Jinder should have never been given that title at all. It has tainted the WWE Championship forever. And you're probably thinking, Tyler, shut up. Why are you ranting all the time? Because he sucks. There's no good way about it. There is no good way of saying this. Jinder Mahal is the worst thing in wrestling right now. I've said this on our Twitter. Money in the Bank, when he comes out and attacks Drew McIntyre, ruins everything. Yeah? He just ruins absolutely everything. And I don't understand what everyone sees in Jinder Mahal. Like, I've always said I've never wanted to see someone be released, but they released Samoa Joe. Yes, I know he's back, but they released Samoa Joe over Jinder Mahal. Arguably one that's got massive talent, everything from his work in TNA to his Ring of Honor days to his NXT to his WWE main roster wasn't that great, but then him on commentary was awesome as well. And then you release him, obviously he's been brought back, but if you look at Samoa Joe, Jinder Mahal, who is the better person? It's Samoa fucking Joe. Like, I don't understand why some people think that Jinder is this big, massive character. He just arguably ruins everything. I'm getting sick to death of people thinking, oh, Jinder Mahal's awesome, Jinder Mahal's this, Jinder Mahal's that, don't hinder the Jinder. I don't give a fuck. Jinder Mahal is the worst thing to happen to wrestling. Okay? From his return as the steroid head, because Vince took one look at him like, God damn it, pal, let's make him WWE champion. Because he likes big sweaty men. But Jinder's been on record to say, oh, I've never used steroids, I've never used this. I'm here to tell you that is absolute bullshit. Because how can a guy go from what he looked like in NXT to what he looks like now? Okay? I'm sick to death of people thinking Jinder Mahal is this big massive thing. He's not. He's just he's just boring. He needs to come off TV. I'm sorry. After this little feud with Drew McIntyre, he needs to go away. Simple as that. Jinder Mahal is the worst. And I'm probably going to get a lot of stick for this, because everyone's like, oh, Jinder's great, Jinder's this, Jinder's blah, 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 blah. Jinder's awesome. No, he's not. Jinder's nothing. Absolutely nothing. And I'm sick to death of people thinking he is. Because, I'm sorry, Jinder, but you're nothing, mate. You've got no talent. You can't even do your own finisher right. Do you know how embarrassing that is when you can't do your own finisher right? It's the most simplest move, one of the simplest moves in the world, and you can't even do it right. You cannot even hook the arm right. It's just, you're going to injure someone, and you're just a waste of space. I'm sorry, but you're a waste of an experiment. You really were. A waste of time. A waste of money. A waste of 6 months of our lives watching you as WWE champion. Or 3 months, wherever it was. Just sick to death of seeing Jinder on TV. And he needs to disappear. Absolutely needs to disappear. He needs to get... I'm sorry, but he needs to go back to the Performance Center. Go back to learning how to wrestle. Learn how to cut a decent promo. Learn how to carry himself. He couldn't carry himself properly as WWE champion. How is he going to carry himself now without even the championship? Without a championship around his waist? You know where he should be? He should be chasing the 24/7 championship. That's how low he went from WWE champion, United States champion, to running after the 24/7 championship. And that's where he should have been to begin with. None of this United States championship, WWE championship, none of that. Absolutely nada. Right? We were robbed of having Rusev as United States champion of WrestleMania 34 over Rusev, right? It's just, we were essentially robbed for a big moment for Rusev, where Rusev was the most popular person in the world, and Jinder ruins everything. Just winds me up so much that people think that Jinder is this big massive deal. He isn't. He was an experiment gone wrong. Everyone just got bored of him. But how do we sort it out? By getting rid of him. It's just give him the boot. I'm sorry, I know that sounds really bad, but just give him the fucking boot. Please. Jinder's just fucking boring. He has no character. He's stuck with the arguably two big Indian guys that one was trained by the great Khali, and that kind of shows everything. Just shows how bad he is. He's just boring. And arguably a waste of TV time. So that's been me ranting for about 8-10 minutes. Tell me what you think down below, because everyone does anyway. And tell me how wrong I am about Jinder Mahal, which I'm